All right, ready to get those creative juices flowing.
I hope so.
Today we're diving into 50 art journal prompts
Oh, nice.
designed to, unlock new depths of creativity.
Sounds exciting.
And these prompts come from LeStallion.
Right, the journal company.
Yep, exactly.
Ugh.
So whether you consider yourself, like a real artist or just someone who likes to,
Doodle.
yeah, doodle, exactly.
Yeah,
I think this deep dive will offer something for you.
definitely. It's like, art journaling is a way to have a conversation with yourself.
Oh, I like that.
But, using colors and textures and images.
Instead of words.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not about, making a perfect masterpiece or anything. It's more about exploring your inner world.
Yeah.
And processing emotions and maybe even like uncovering hidden talents you didn't even know you had.
I love that analogy, a conversation with yourself through art.
It's a powerful tool.
And with these prompts, LeStallion's given us like 50 different conversation starters,
Right.
which is really cool. They've even organized them into categories,
Makes it easy to navigate.
which is really helpful.
Yeah.
So I don't know, which category speaks to you the most?
I think I'm always drawn to like exploring artistic voice.
Okay.
Especially, if you're new to art journaling.
Yeah.
There's this one prompt that challenges you to create an abstract piece,
Okay.
but you can only use 3 colors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
But, when you limit your palette that way,
Yeah.
it kind of pushes you to be more intentional with each color choice.
Ooh, that's a good point. So each color has to like carry more weight.
Exactly. More meaning.
So like, do you have any go-to color combinations for like evoking specific emotions?
Oh, absolutely. Let's say you're feeling, I don't know, hopeful
Mhm.
and a bit nostalgic.
Okay.
You could use like a warm yellow
Yeah.
and a soft pink, and then maybe just a touch of like sky blue
Oh, yeah.
that could really like capture that feeling.
Yeah.
Or if you're going for, something more dramatic,
Hmm.
you could use fiery red
Okay.
and a deep blue,
Oh, wow.
and then maybe just a hint of white.
Oh, interesting.
And that could, represent like passion struggling with sadness, for example.
Oh, that's so cool.
Huh.
I'm already like picturing those combinations on the page.
Right. It's powerful stuff.
Yeah. What about that self-portrait prompt in this category?
Oh, yeah, that one's great.
It's not just about capturing, your physical features, is it?
No, not at all. This prompt's all about like going deeper,
Okay.
like reflecting on how you feel about yourself right now.
In this moment.
Exactly. Like you could use, I don't know, bright swirling lines to show that you're feeling energetic.
Mhm.
Or you could use more like muted, blended tones
Right.
if you're feeling more introspective.
Mm.
Or you could even like incorporate symbols or objects that represent your current state of mind.
So it's almost like you're creating like a visual representation of your emotional landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, what about the prompts focused on reflecting on nature and the world around you?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm like curious to see what LeStallion came up with for this one.
Well, this category is all about finding inspiration in the everyday,
Mhm.
like training your artistic eye to see the beauty in, even the mundane things.
Right.
So there's this prompt that encourages you to illustrate a day in your life through small sketches.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it could be like your morning coffee
Mm.
or your commute
Right.
or maybe just like a glimpse of a sunset.
Yeah.
Whatever like stands out to you.
So instead of just like rushing through those moments, you're actually slowing down and observing them.
Yeah, exactly. Like really taking it in.
We're finding the art in the everyday.
Exactly. It can be a very grounding practice.
I bet.
And speaking of capturing like those fleeting moments,
Hmm.
there's a prompt dedicated to observing the sky at different times of day.
Yes. Dawn, noon, dusk, night.
Exactly.
The sky's like this constantly changing canvas.
It really is. What kind of insights do you think someone could gain from this prompt?
I think it's a really great way to like tune in to those subtle shifts in light and color
Yeah.
and how those changes actually impact your mood
Oh, wow.
and your creativity.
Interesting.
You might notice, that the soft, diffused light of dawn brings you a sense of peace,
Okay.
while the fiery hues of sunset might spark energy
Oh, yeah.
and inspiration.
That makes sense.
It's all about, connecting with the natural world
Mm-hmm.
and observing how it influences you. And, sometimes the most dramatic shifts in light and color are actually inside us,
Oh, yeah.
in our emotional landscapes.
Right.
And that brings us to expressing emotions through art.
Yes. This is where things get really interesting.
I'm always fascinated by like how we can translate these intangible feelings into something visual.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, giving your emotions a voice, but through, color and shape and texture.
I see.
And one prompt that really speaks to that idea is the one about creating an abstract piece that represents your current feelings.
So if you're feeling joyful, you might reach for vibrant colors and flowing lines.
Exactly.
And then if you're feeling angry, it might be like sharp angles and bold contrasts.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment with different materials, too.
Okay.
Like maybe you layer tissue paper to create a sense of vulnerability, or use like really thick textured paint to convey a feeling of strength.
Right.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
I love that. Yeah. There's also a prompt in this category about illustrating a moment of peace.
Oh, that's a good one.
What elements would you use to create that sense of calm in your art?
Well, I think for me, a sense of peace usually evokes images of nature, like gentle flowing water, soft rolling hills, a canopy of trees filtering sunlight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, using muted colors,
Okay.
like blues and greens, earthy browns.
Yeah.
Those can create a sense of tranquility.
I can like almost feel the calmness washing over me just thinking about those colors and images.
And it's powerful, right?
Yeah. But I imagine someone else might find peace in a completely different setting, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like maybe a bustling city street at night with all the lights shimmering.
Absolutely. It's all about, what personally resonates with you.
Yeah.
Maybe you find peace in like geometric patterns.
Right.
Or maybe it's like the feeling of soft, fuzzy textures that brings you a sense of calm.
It goes back to that idea of art journaling being a conversation with yourself.
It all comes back to that.
And sometimes the most interesting conversations happen when we like step outside of our comfort zones.
Definitely. When we explore the unexpected.
And explore the unexpected, exactly.
Yeah.
Which brings us to exploring imagination and creativity.
Ooh, yes. One of my favorites.
I bet.
This category is all about like unleashing your inner child
Okay.
and letting your imagination run wild.
I like it.
LeStallion included some really fun prompts here, like drawing a fantastical world or inventing a new creature.
Okay, I have to ask. If you were to invent a creature, what would it look like?
Oh, wow.
What kind of world would it inhabit?
Okay, so I think my creature would have like the elegance of a swan, but with iridescent scales like a tropical fish,
Okay.
and maybe luminous wings that shimmer like dragonfly wings.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And it would live in a hidden forest where the trees glow with bioluminescent light.
wow.
It'd be magical.
That is such a vivid image.
Right.
I can already picture it. And that's what I love about these imagination-based prompts.
Mm-hmm.
They allow us to like create something entirely new
That's true.
that exists only in our minds.
Yeah, it's like opening a door to a world of endless possibilities.
I like that.
You might even surprise yourself with what you create.
Right.
Maybe you'll discover a hidden talent for world building,
Yeah.
or character design. Who knows?
And sometimes reflecting on where you've been creatively can spark even more ideas for where you want to go next.
Or it's true.
Which leads us to our final category,
Ooh, exciting.
celebrating your artistic journey.
Love it.
So what kind of prompts can we expect here?
Well, these prompts encourage you to kind of look back on your growth as an artist
Okay.
and envision your future aspirations.
Cool.
And one prompt that stood out to me was the one about illustrating your proudest artistic moment.
Yeah, it's like taking a moment to celebrate those milestones, those times when you surprised yourself with what you were able to create.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be anything,
Yeah.
from finishing your first sketchbook to like experimenting with a new technique that really clicked for you.
Yeah.
It's just a nice way to, remember how far you've come on your artistic journey.
That's true. And then there's that prompt about like visualizing where you see your art going in the future.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's almost like creating a visual roadmap for your creative aspirations.
I love that, a visual roadmap.
Yeah.
Maybe you see yourself, exploring a new medium or tackling a challenging subject.
Right.
Or even like sharing your art with a wider audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about giving those aspirations a tangible form.
right.
And allowing yourself to dream big.
As we've been going through these prompts,
Mm-hmm.
I've been struck by how much depth and variety LeStallion has managed to pack into this collection.
Really impressed.
There really is something here for everyone,
Yeah,
regardless of skill level or experience.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And it's a great reminder that art journaling isn't about creating, like perfect, polished pieces.
Right.
It's about giving yourself permission to experiment, to explore, to play,
Yeah.
and to simply enjoy the process of creating.
So if someone is listening to this and they're feeling a bit intimidated to start,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give them?
I would say start small.
Yeah.
Choose a prompt that speaks to you.
Yeah.
Grab your favorite art supplies and just dive in.
Just go for it.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to approach these prompts.
Right.
It's all about making them your own and letting your unique voice shine through.
That's such great advice, and I think it speaks to the heart of what art journaling is all about.
Yeah,
Self-discovery, expression, and the pure joy of creating.
absolutely. And sometimes the most unexpected discoveries happen when we, let go of expectations and just allow ourselves to play.
Yeah.
So embrace the mess, make mistakes, and have fun with it.
I love that. Embrace the mess.
Yeah,
All right, listeners, we've given you a ton of inspiration today,
I hope so.
thanks to LeStallion's amazing prompts.
They are great.
So now it's your turn.
Yeah.
Pick one that resonates with you and see where it takes you.
You never know what you might discover.
That's true.
Remember, these prompts are just starting points.
Okay.
Feel free to adapt them, twist them, make them your own.
Yeah.
Most important thing is to enjoy the journey and let your creativity flow.
Beautifully said. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of art journaling.
It was fun.
We hope you've been inspired to pick up your journals and unleash your inner artist.
Yes, get creative.
Until next time, keep creating, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.
Sounds good.